Today we will see the autocomplete attribute of HTML and we'll check how does it work. And few browsers ignores the autocomplete, and then how to uh, get prompt for another way to work it. So let's see and check what is autofill and how does it work. So first of all, actually this is a simple web form I have made, and in this form I took one form. This is, you can see, this is the form and this is the table. Inside the table I took one label, username, then this is corresponding to username and it is input text box. Again this is a password. So this is a simple login page which you might have seen on the several website. Once we access to any website, then you will get page like this. It will ask for user ID and password. So see, as you can see, once I click on username, it is showing me all the suggestions. So these are the suggestions which I have already filled. So Chrome just saved it and now it is displaying on the drop down list. So suppose if this was your credit card number, so in few scenarios where you don't want that something should be remembered, like if captcha is there or OTP, something that which appears only once, or if it is credit card, you want like that your credit card number should be displayed like this. So in order to avoid this, we use the autocomplete. This is an HTML attribute which value is either on or off. So if you don't want this prompt like this, then we have to put autocomplete is equal to off. So let me modify the code, and just I will put on the form label autocomplete is equal to off. You can do it on input field text box also, but I am applying it on form label. So just type autocomplete equal to, as you can see, on off value is suggesting. I did, and I will run it again. Now it is running, and let's see whether autocomplete is working or not, because I have kept autocomplete is equal to off. And see, as soon as I click on here, you can see it is not suggesting me. Even I put my name here, still no suggestion is there. So this is just to enhance the security, so that in future you won't have any harmful effect on you. If your credit card is also already entered on some website, and if it is displaying like this as it was happening here, then it might be a security concern for you. So in order to avoid this, we use autocomplete is equal to off, as I have used here. So this is the autocomplete off value is working perfectly here. Now let's check for another browser, and that is Internet Explorer, because sometimes this autocomplete feature doesn't work. In that case, you might have to go for another trick to work the browser. So let's check with the Internet Explorer, and again you can see still I have kept autocomplete is equal to off, and just want to check if it is working fine here or not. So let me check. And you can see here it is still asking username, password. So let me see, if I clicked, nothing is displaying, but as soon as I click something here which and if it is matching with the earlier entered value, then it is still displaying. So meanwhile we come to know that this autocomplete feature is not working here. And what is the reason that why some browsers follow this and some browsers doesn't follow? The reason is that the few browsers developer think that if I will give the power of auto completion value, that is if autocomplete value is always remain on, in that case the phone will remember, that is browser will remember the password or these values of the user. So and the user will not have headache to remember those things. Suppose you have the password and you kept password for few websites. In that case, sometimes what happens, if browser saves your password, then browsers developer think that it empowers the user, that if browser is able to save the password of the user, then user will be I mean user can uh, prompt for the a strong password, so that because they understand that they don't have to headache of remembering those password, because browser is already doing so. So browsers developer think this is the good way, and that's why few browsers ignore the autocomplete off, because the reason, as I said, that the browser provides the power to the user that they can prompt for a strong password, and even putting a strong password, they don't have the headache of remembering those password, because browser is already doing that. So in order to enhance the security of the users, browsers developer is doing that. So right now we saw that this autocomplete feature is not working for Internet Explorer. Then what are the other ways? So different browsers follow the different tricks in order to achieve the same target. And you had seen just now that that Internet Explorer was not following this. So how does it follow? So I searched and I come to know that another way which Internet Explorer is obeying is that you have to follow one simple trick, and the trick is uh, just before password field you have to put another input text box, and which will be hidden. So let me do it and I will show you how does it work, and I will also explain. So just I am putting one input, type equal to text, and style is equal to, I just want to keep it hidden, and I will I'll check first whether it is working or not, and if it is working I will explain that why it is working. So just I kept just sorry, this is submit button, I have to keep it just above the password text field. So this is the password text field I kept saved, and let me run it with, you can see the selected browser is already Internet Explorer. So let me check for Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer is opened, and now even I clicked, it is not appearing, which is expected and which earlier was also happening. But now, as even if I put already entered value, still no suggestion is coming, it means it is working perfectly. So what is the reason that this time it is working like this? See what happens whenever a suggestion is being made to a field. Always browser looks for a password text field, and whatever the password text field is there, just before that text field browsers put username value in that text field. I mean the text field which is just before password text field, in that text field browser will fill the username value in that. So right away this is the password text field where password might have saved, and just before password text field another text field which browser will look is this, which is already hidden. So still suggestion is coming, but suggestion is coming for this input hidden file, not for the actual one which is kept here, this one. So instead of putting that value to this text field, it is putting to this text field, and that's why we feel that the now the suggestion is not coming. So this is just a simple hack, or we can say this is simple trick to work perfectly. And you can see the browser is working fine with this time, that is the Internet Explorer is also working perfectly for this. Likewise different browsers follow the different values in order to follow that autocomplete value is equal to off. So you can check with others also that how autocomplete works. As you can see, autocomplete off only was working fine for Chrome, and this trick was applicable for Internet Explorer. So you have to check with different values and different tricks in order to obey by all the browsers. Here are the link from where you can check with different values. uh, See right away autocomplete off is also working. Now you can see this is autocomplete is equal to off is applied on the input text field, otherwise it is applicable for form level also. And there are many ways that how some browsers follow, like autocomplete value, which is autocomplete put new password also as a value in order to uh, disable the autocomplete feature of the browser. And see, these are the value where some is in some browser you can also put autocomplete value is equal to false, So these are the few methods which have been showed in the link. So I will put this link in the browser, and you can go and you can check and you can apply whether which trick is applicable for your browsers. That's what today is for. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.